The following presentation is brought to you by the Realm Network.
Here on Vince Russo's The Brand. I am the Mrs. Part. I am Noel, and this is the Mr. Part, my husband, Big Vito LaGrasso. How are you today, Vito?
I'm doing fine. It's the BIGV from the LOG. Former Nick, former rapper, former shaker, baker, candlestick maker. Got it going on. You know, I might because I'm dynamite, but we'll keep it tight.
Out of sight. That's right. Let's fight. Is it night?
Why do you have to get into all my stuff? You're lucky you have a job here because I got it for you. Thank you.
Didn't.
Yeah.
Somebody was watching, Scott actually, was watching the whole Russo debate that he never saw before. It was when we first started podcasting, where you and Vince were going back and forth about who gave me a job in podcasting. Loved it. By the way, Russo gave you a job in podcasting.
That's because he's my friend and I know you.
You don't know me. What's my favorite color?
Doesn't matter.
What's my favorite food?
Right now, quesadillas.
It's not my favorite food. I'm just like...
Oh my God.
It's not my favorite. You don't even say it right. It's quesadilla, not quesadillas.
Listen.
Quesadilla.
You're snorting on air.
No, I went... If I'm snorting, I go like this. I didn't do that. Oh, by the way, you lost us. Vegas, here we come, baby. Viva Las Vegas.
I don't believe it. You're not going. You can't even get on a plane.
I can get on a plane.
You can't do a 6-hour trip.
I can get on a plane for Las Vegas.
You're not going.
Yes, I am. I'll go with your sister.
Go ahead.
We'll leave you home.
That.
You can stay here with the old folks in Florida.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll stay home. I'll have a good time.
So you lost again. I miss.
Hold on, wait a minute. I was on a winning streak.
And you
so,
lost.
No, but wait a minute. I was on a winning streak. So how could you say I lost again?
Well, because if you weigh out wins and losses, I have ultimately won way more than you have ultimately won. So therefore, you lost again.
But ultimately, it's about time you pulled a win because I got tired of winning.
I was sick of winning. I went like the whole first 6 months of the show without a loss. No L in my book. I was the ultimate warrior. You're so disgusted.
And he was garbage.
Excuse me. Know your history, okay? Ultimate Warrior is way more than just wrestling. It was a movie starring Yul Brynner, okay? And he was the Ultimate Warrior. Learn history. Not everything is wrestling, Vito. Not everything is wrestling. I can't. I have an interesting topic this week.
What do you got?
Here's my interesting topic, handsome man, who happens to look exactly like Yul Brynner. When is it time to say when on a friendship? Now, this is a controversial topic, so to speak. When is it time to say, go fuck yourself on a friendship? You can put up with a lot of things. You can tolerate a lot of things if you really care about somebody. But when is your breaking point? When do you give them the old roster cut to SmackDown? When does that happen? When do you end a friendship? I will let you take the floor as the loser. Go right ahead.
I'm different than most people because if you're going to be a jerk to me, you're going to give me grief, you're going to give me heartache. I don't want to be around you, and I can't stand you. I hate drama in my life, and I'd rather be without you.
So you're saying once somebody starts drama,
that's it. I don't want to be around you.
I agree. That's pretty crappy. But for me, this is my end-all be-all. When I find out you talk about me or my family behind my back and you start drama that way. So what would be your drama starting thing? Like for me, like I said, mine is if somebody talks about me or my family or my friends behind our backs and I find out about it, that's when I do the that's drama. So what for you is that roster cut, like
first thing you say negative about me and I find out and then I confront you, I don't want to know you.
So yours is negative energy, and
Negative
mine is talking shit. So negative energy and talking shit. Is there a difference between that? I mean, I know this is going to be like a controversial topic, and a lot of people say, oh, if you steal from me, if you
No.
like.
I think negativity is a daily, everyday thing. Talking shit is just when you spout out and when you're in a company of people. But when you're negative every single day of your life and it's just constant, non-stop, you're negative, who wants to be around you? I don't.
Yeah, no, I agree. But the talking shit thing gets me. That, like, I can put up with a lot of stuff. And sometimes people go through depression. So I can excuse, and I've dealt with depression, and your friend Vince has dealt with depression, and we've talked about it on the show. You know, there's things that I could tolerate when somebody goes through a negative period or whatever. I can understand that as a person. But when you go to somebody else and you talk shit about your friend, like if I called Russo tomorrow, and I only give this example because we're on his brain. If I called Russo tomorrow and was like, Vito's a sucky podcaster. He sucks ass. He's terrible. He says the worst things at the wrong time. And Russo went to you and said, hey, Noel said that you're a bad podcaster and I've got to reevaluate your position. That to me is talking shit behind your back. That's my cutoff point. And
Right.
I always find out.
But in the same token, if you did that, I'd say, okay, Vince, let's replace the show. Let's put Getting Color back on the brand and cut the Mr. and Mrs.
And then Vince would come to you and say, but Noel is a record breaker podcaster for the brand.
So let her go solo. Let's see how good she is.
Really? You want to do that kind of competition?
Yeah, I do.
Because the last time you entered in one of these competitions, I had 500,000 downloads in a day and whooped that ass.
But you did it one time. You didn't do it on a regular basis.
I did have high ratings on a regular basis.
How high?
I was doing a reality show review where the reality show had 1 million viewers. And I had 500,000 downloads. I had half of the audience of the reality show downloading my podcast.
Right. And then?
And I continued to have high numbers, but we had to stop because Vince and I got some death threats. But I am going back into reality show podcasting. Did you hear?
Yes, I already got the word.
You got the word? I'm going to be doing a 90-day reality group therapy podcast. Would you like to come on and discuss?
I'll pop on to give you ratings. Yes.
Well, you have to give me ratings. Everybody's popping on because I'm going to have different people on with me every week.
You'll-
More than one. There's going to be everybody.
You'll probably beg me to come on. You know, it's all right.
Have you ever watched 90 Day Fiance? I think you're missing out. You would love the show.
Maybe.
It is a very Vito show.
I'll check it out when time is appropriate. Just, you know, but right now, it's the BIGV from the LOG time, former Knickerbocker, coming to you live, baby, live from Mr. and Mrs.
Can we talk about 90 Day Fiance for a second?
Go ahead.
And we can get back to the topic. Okay, so you've never seen the show, but you hear me talk about it. You see me and Shelly Martinez text each other because
Yes.
we like religiously watch 90 Day Fiance.
You
My
guys are
friend
marks.
Shannon. Yeah, we are marks for 90 Day Fiance. Like we're like really into it. So the premise of the show, Vito, is these people meet people like online or through dating apps or however they meet these people. Sometimes they're on a business trip or a vacation and they meet somebody. And if you want them to come to the United States, you get a fiance visa where they have 90 days to come over to the United States. And you have that, and within that 90 days, you have to get married to this person. You've never lived with them. Some of them never even met in person.
Right.
But they have 90 days to decide whether they're going to get married or not. Now, they have different shows. Sometimes they have 90 Day Fiance the other way, where, say, you would go to the UK and live for the 90 days or whatever their rules are. One lady moved to India and they have 6 months, or she has to leave the country for so long and then come back, and then they get another 6 months, but they have to get married. She can't stay permanently.
So 90 Day Fiance. So you go meet the chick.
Yeah, or dude. Sometimes it's a dude.
Are they nice looking ladies?
Well, this is one I want to discuss with you. So apparently, I don't know if you guys are up on the Ukraine. I never met anybody from the Ukraine. Have you ever been there?
Yes.
Okay, you've been to it's like near Russia, right? It was part of Russia one time. Okay, so these women from the Ukraine apparently are drop dead gorgeous, blonde-haired, sexy women. But they get on these apps and get almost like sugar daddies. So this one guy, David, I can't stand him. is definitely the kind of person that you see on one of those serial killer specials. He was a quiet neighbor, but really weird. Like, he rides a unicycle. He's got like 50-year-old furniture his parents gave him, but he's an IT guy in Vegas and makes a lot of money. He has a cat he talks to. It's like really strange, okay? He falls in love with this girl, and her name is Lana, which already tells me she might not be real, right? So for the entire season, David goes over to the Ukraine. She doesn't meet up with him. He goes to look for her. He goes to her house, which is in a war zone in Ukraine, and some old man lives there, right? So you would think like catfish, right? Like, you know what catfish is, where they fake it or whatever. And he's on a paid app, so every time he tries to communicate with her, it costs him money. Vito, this man has spent over $100,000 on this app talking to this woman for years, almost a decade. He's gone to the Ukraine 3 different times. They were supposed to take a cruise. He booked a cruise. She didn't show up. Finally, on the episode, he goes to the Ukraine, and it's not cheap to go either.
No, I can imagine.
He meets up with this girl, and she's real, and she's gorgeous, but she obviously is disgusted by him. And when he come here and hug me. I want to do what he does on the show. Come here. Every time he hugs, he goes, like this really awkward, like disgusting noise. Like, I skeeve a little. Like, I go, if I really don't like him, I definitely think he's like waiting to murder somebody. But anyway, this girl turned out to be real. So then I find out the other day, after he gave her a ring at the airport and everything, like he was going to marry her, gave her a phone to call him so they wouldn't have to use the app. They ended their relationship. She couldn't text him with her fingernails, so there was no way she could use the brand new iPhone that he bought her, and they broke up. He's been trying to get this woman for decades. He spent $100,000 on an app. Lord knows how much money going to the Ukraine. He had a private investigator look for her.
A piece of ass is worth that, girl.
I mean, really? Like, really? So this is the premise of this show. Sometimes these people are real. Sometimes they're catfish. The other day I got excited because Yolanda from the show liked one of my messages on Instagram. I got really super excited about that because I'm a huge mark. I'm a huge mark for 90 Day Fiance. So I would like to introduce you to the show, and I would like to introduce everybody that doesn't watch here, although a lot of people do. I'm getting a lot of responses. So we're going to have a group therapy, and we're going to talk about 90 Day Fiance.
That's awesome. I think that's great. Everybody should tune in, hit the subscribe button, subscribe. We got some great affiliates. Everybody tune in.
Oh, your friend Duke loves the show too.
Yeah, I know.
He's a big 90 Day Fiance guy. Did he tell you? He loves the show. Big Ed is his guy. Big Ed is the guy that we tried to get to challenge. We tried to challenge him for you, and he never answered.
I gotta get on the show.
Well, you can't get on 90 Day Fiance.
Why?
Because you have a 11-year wife. Like, you can't just get on. Well, I haven't been your wife for 11 years, 6, but I've been with you for 11. You can't just do that.
I can. I'm the BIGV for LOG. I could do anything.
No, but I wonder if we could do it for your brother. Hot Larry. Well, Hot Larry on 90 Day Fiance.
He'll never make it.
No way. I vote
He
Hot Larry.
doesn't have the charisma, the oomph, the get up and go.
No way.
Or
Hot
the
Larry's
clothes
a
to
man.
be on the show.
But that's the thing. We could mold him into a reality star. We could hook him up with the clothes. He looks like a little version of you.
No, he's not that good looking.
He's Hot Larry. He's his nickname. Hot Larry.
You do it to annoy me.
Oh, we do not do it to all the girls in Florida. Call Vito's brother Hot Larry because it looks like Vito.
Does not look like me.
He does. He's got a shaved head. He looks just like Vito, but
Doesn't look
smaller. He's like a compact Vito. Hot Larry, my favorite brother.
Go ahead.
In long.
Well, why don't you have me go on the show? Let me test the waters for him,
No.
and then I'll come back and I'll let him know if it's okay.
No, I don't.
Why?
No, because you were already on Shipmates. Can't Hot Larry have a show?
No, he needs guidance. I need to teach
So
him.
you're behind the scenes. You're the
No, I
Lily.
want to be that guide in the ship.
You're the wingman on 90
I'm
Day
not the
Fiancé.
wingman. I'm
They
never a
have
wingman.
wingmen on
I'm the
90 Day
man.
Fiancé.
I don't want to be the wingman.
Well, you're already married.
Do they have wing girls?
I don't know. They have Wing Bowl. Oh, no, wait. They stopped the Wing Bowl, didn't they? There is no more Wing Bowl anymore.
The fuck is?
You never heard of the Wing Bowl? How are you even an American citizen? Maybe you are 90 Day Fiance.
Maybe I should be on 98 Fiance. Maybe I
90
should.
Day, not 98 Fiance. That's more like your speed. 1998 Fiance.
I think I should be on 90 Day Fiance. For those of you out there who think I should go on.
You're married.
Why?
You're married.
I'll lie.
No, you can't. You can't lie. You're a public figure with a public wife. You can't just be like, oh, all of a sudden I'm going to go on 90 Day Fiance.
So hide in the room for 90 days. Let me have some fun.
Can I get a cat? Well, then you're not doing it. Sorry. There's got to be some give and take here. If I can't get what I want, you can't get what you want. Although, everybody keeps telling us that we should be on a reality show. And we've had reality show people pitch to us already. There's people that still want to.
I don't know why I can't be on 90 Day Fiance.
No, Vito. You can't be married. Okay, let's do a scenario. Since we're ending friendships today, let's do a scenario. What country would you go for your 90 day? I'm going, I don't know, go ahead. You think of it. What country would be your 90 Day Fiance? This might be a better topic to have the people vote on. What would be your country of choice? Do you think we should switch the topic to the
No,
country?
let's keep it like this.
Okay.
I think maybe I would go Spain or Italy.
Spain or Italy. I could see that. You like to dance. I could see Spanish women are very good dancers. And Italy, because you're Italian, your parents were from Italy, so I can see you wanting that. Mine would be very difficult. I mean, I like very exotic looking men. What country has the biggest birds? Is that an inappropriate question?
This is why she's getting off the show.
I'm not leaving. I created the show. I'm not leaving.
It could be Mr. and Mr.
Well, who's going to be the other Mr.? Hot Larry! Oh, was I too loud? I got really excited. Hot Larry! Hot Larry! Mr. and Mr. Well, who else do you have, Mr.? I'm like your only friend here.
I could do Mr. and Mr.
Who's the other Mr.?
Me.
What are you going to sit in both chairs?
Yes.
One butt cheek on each side?
No.
I don't know. I think I might go for Italy because I always date like Italian dudes back in the day. I don't know. British guys have nice accents, but they're very pale.
And they're disgustingly dirty.
Are British people dirty? That sounds like that's a generalization. Like my friend Sean is from England. He's not dirty. He's a very well-kept person.
I don't know. I have to think about it, Spain, Italy.
You've dated
Hawaii.
women. Well, that's the U.S. There's no 90 days there. Maybe you better go to Samoa. I mean, that's the U.S., but you still only get 90 days when you come over. It's just a territory. Hawaii. Hawaii's a state. You don't know your states. This is
Puerto Rico. I went back to Puerto Rico, boy. I don't know.
Did you date a lot in Puerto Rico?
I mingled.
I bet you did. So your 90 Day Fiance, you might be Mexico or Spain or Italy or you're just Mr. Worldwide. Mr. Worldwide. You're like Pitbull. You look like Pitbull too.
I would want to go somewhere where there's beach.
It's not about you going. They come here. 90 Day Fiance means they come here. You're not going there. They're coming here.
All right, so they can come here to Florida. That's good.
They're going to come here and hang out with you and play softball?
No, it'd be a whole different concept. I'm going to try to woo the person, to stay.
Woo!
Clearwater Beach,
You don't live in Clear. We don't live anywhere
St.
near
Pete.
Clearwater. We don't live
Go
everywhere.
to St. Pete Beach,
Oh my God, you sound like Preston. Why would you go to St. Pete Beach? Why would you have a beach this way? Why would you go that way?
Go to Tampa. Go see Jimmy Hart in Daytona.
That's that way.
Yeah, okay. So I got options.
Listen, if I have a 90 Day Fiance person, I'm just going to pick somebody that likes to go to Disney World a lot or Vegas. Where we're going on our post-pandemic vacation. Does Vegas end a friendship? Honestly, if I were to pick a show I would like to see you on if we were not married and we were just friends. By the way, we're not just friends. Don't get any ideas. But if we were just friends, I would want to see you on 90 Day Fiance. You would not tolerate some of these antics of some of these women on this show.
No, tell them pack their shit and get out.
Larissa wanted so much stuff when she started dating Colton, and he lived with his mother. Colt. She called him Colty. She was annoying. She wanted all these things from him and wanted money, and they got in about 4 billion altercations. She got arrested. Colt lives with his mom in Vegas.
Not good.
With a house full of cats. They dress in outfits.
Disgusting. I'd move in. I wouldn't. I'd call it a day. I would call it a day.
She liked cats too, so I think that was tolerable. But still, I'm not dressing anybody's cat in an outfit. But she broke it off with him. They ended because she got arrested for like the 4 billionth time. She ended up being able to stay in the country, which I'm not sure how that worked. Then she hooks up with another guy, and now he's financing all of her plastic surgery. She's got a new nose. I've got new boobies. I got new nose. Eric, you pay for it.
She's got to be definitely putting out, guys.
Well, she has to. She says, Eric, he paid for my new nose. Eric, he paid for my new boobies. Colton never paid for them. That's how she sounds, just like that. Like, if you listen to her, that's pretty much dead on what she sounds like. Yeah. Colty.
The first time she says pay for this and pay for that, I said pay for a ticket and got the hell home.
You're lucky. I came with nature's goodness. You didn't have to buy anything. It was all attached already when you met me. Huh? It was. We didn't pay for any of these things. They just showed up there one day. I was about 12 and things just started showing up, and then that's the way it was. I guess some people aren't that lucky.
I guess.
Yes. So anyway, she would be a person that you definitely would have a confrontation with.
No, definitely. I don't think listen, here's the thing. If I don't like you on the first date or we ain't got nothing in common, there's no reason for a second date.
What was it about me you liked that made you go for a second date? We talked for a long time before we started dating.
Yeah, we talked for a long time, so I got to like you. You know what I mean?
You got more than like me.
No, I liked you. I was trying to get a piece of ass. You know what I mean?
Vito Joseph. Really?
I was.
On the podcast. What was it that you liked about me?
I wooed you, girl.
What did you like about me? Now you wooed me.
I did.
What did you like? What did you like about me? That's a simple question. I don't think I'm asking anything that's too out of the ordinary.
Listen, let's put it this way, all right? Whatever happened, happened. It is what it is, and it was what it was.
Vito.
What?
People are sick of the same old lines.
No, they're not sick of nothing. They want to see me on 90 Day Fiance. I'm going to make it happen.
You're not going to make it. You won't make it. What if you end up having to get stuck in somebody's third world country on 90 Day Fiance? Because there's another guy that he had to go to like Ecuador, and they all he did was talk about the poop water that was there, and he had to live in that with the girlfriend. Big Ed had to go over to the Philippines. He got destroyed. There was rats and things running around. Like, you're not used to living. You live a pampered life. You're not used to living like that. I read online you're a baller, apparently.
I am in no way, shape, or form. No piece of ass is worth living with some rats.
He showered with the father, and they were pouring water over him in buckets. This was Big Ed. This was Big Ed. This was Duke Sky, Big Ed. They poured water over his head, and he was like in his shorts, and his father-in-law was showering with him. And they had a storm, and they lost all their power. They had no air conditioning. He was worried about 1,000 thread count sheets that he was trying to send over there for him to sleep in, and he's laying on this dirt floor. Their windows were covered with CD covers. Like, that hurts my heart that they live that way, but I can't see you. Like, there's no way you're surviving that.
Not for no fucking bitch. No way.
What? Yeah, you're so sexist.
That's because I'm talking because I'm gangster, yo.
Let's vote to see how many people think Vito is gangster. No hands? That's what I thought.
I know. Do women watch our show? Do a lot of women watch our show?
No.
Mostly guys, right?
When I get the demographic, one of our, we're on like something like 18 podcast networks or something with this show, I think. About 18. I get a demographic from a couple of the networks. 80% of the people that listen to our show on a few of the demographics, 80% are male. 1% are non-binary. So 80% are male, and mostly men listen to the show. We have some women that listen, but it's probably not as many as, and mostly people in the U.S., We have some people in the UK and some people in Russia. I don't know how they understand what we're saying, but some people in Russia. We on podcasts, we ranked out of the top 500 in Russia. We ranked number 20 one week, and I couldn't figure out how that worked, but we did. I don't know how that worked, but we did.
All right, guys. You got the vote. You got the topics. You got the subjects.
All right, so let's put this out here. What makes you end a friendship is this week's vote. Big V says constant negativity. Noel says talk shit on me and you're done. So you can vote on Twitter at Magic capital T Spiller. That is capital T Spiller. You can vote. We will have the poll up. It will run for 5 days.
5 days.
5 days. And then we will decide who is the winner and who is the loser. But really, we're all winners because we're in the presence of Big Vito. So we're all winners. So go ahead and vote. It only lets you vote once. Let us know what you think. Give us your opinion on the topic. We love to get tweets from you guys. I would love to start reading some on the show, too, when we do the results of the sides. So, guys, tweet at us and tell us what it is that you agree with and what it is you disagree with. And we'll start reading them on the show with you guys' information on there so we can give you a big shout-out. Also, too, we are back to NBA Jam this week, right?
I think so, yeah.
NBA 2K20. Vito and I finally got a chance to purchase it. We weren't able to purchase it, and then it came through for some reason. It was on gameplay. It's off now. So we'll be back live on Twitch around 6 p.m. on the weekdays, except Fridays, because that's happy hour.
Right.
But every other day, we're going to be on twitch.tv/The Big Vito Brand. Guys, click subscribe. When you subscribe, you help us out. If your subscription is through Amazon Prime, it's for free. If you subscribe to Vince Russo, you subscribe to him. Why not us? We're on his network. So give us a subscribe there. Anything else? BigVitoBrand.com.
Just hit the subscribe button on the bottom.
On the bottom of the Twitch.
And then, guys, we appreciate your support. We definitely love entertaining you. It's good to be here. And stop sending Russo albums. Thank you.
Russo's looking for an album for me.
Fuck that motherfucker, man.
And Vito!
No, really, I hate him.
You don't hate him. He's your best friend. One of your best friends.
He's a jerk.
Wow.
See?
I think next week's debate, well, there was a couple topics that came up, but we agree on the same thing. But I'd love to eventually have somebody on to debate against us on a different show. Somebody said you can't be friends with somebody of the opposite sex.
Who said I'm friends with 10,000 women out there? Are you kidding me?
I know. I have a lot of guys. Like one of my best friends is my friend Devin, who's also going to do a podcast with me coming up in October. We've been friends for like 20 years.
Oh, really? So maybe I should go on 90-day fiance since you got all these male friends.
They're not fiancés. They're just friends. But anyway, that was one of the things. Can you be friends with and it went on, and my friend Chrissy had shared her best friend is Blizz, and he's a guy, and they've been best friends forever. And I have male best friends, and you have female best friends, and I think that's bullshit. Your face. Anyway, guys, thank you for joining us here on Mr. vs. Mrs. We will see you right back here next week. Bye-bye.